That's right. It's the JR Sport Brief Show here with you on CBS Sports Radio. If you had no idea, you should know this. But I'm coming to you live from the Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loan Studios. If you want to see your loan options, if you want to adjust payments and closing costs online in real time, it's real simple. Rocket can. Okay, we have a whole lot to discuss here. Right before we went to break, I told you, the Los Angeles Lakers, they lead the Denver Nuggets 3-1. They beat them tonight 114-108. That's exactly what we're going to talk about right now, this exact moment. You could find me online, all social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at JRSportBrief. Hey, of course, JR, my YouTube channel at JRSportBrief. A big shout outs and thank you to super producer Stu Kovacs for helping to put the show together and make sure it all runs smoothly. Listen, folks. Thank you to Max Crosby from the Las Vegas Raiders for joining us. Thank you to Jeff Pearlman, who just wrote a book. This book is out right now, 3-Ring Circus. This book is available, talking about Shaq, Kobe Bryant, Phil Jackson. The book is out. Make sure you go ahead and get 3-Ring Circus. And right now, this moment, I don't want to call the Los Angeles Lakers a 3-Ring Circus, not at all. But they have a 3-1 series lead over the Denver Nuggets. And I just tweeted this out. I said, I can't wait for everybody to call me up and basically tell me that the Denver Nuggets are going to come back from this 3-1 series lead. Is that what the hell the Denver Nuggets are? Are the Denver Nuggets, what are they, Pat Mahomes of the NBA? No, they're not. They're not no damn comeback kids. And I don't need anybody calling me tonight telling me, oh, well, JR, here you go once again, disrespecting the Denver Nuggets. Come on, folks. Let's be real. Let's be honest. The Nuggets are not coming back from a 3-1 deficit 3 consecutive series. It ain't happening. Okay? And if you want to go ahead and look at this game, look, this is what happens with the Los Angeles Lakers. You have Anthony Davis, you have LeBron James. After that, you pretty much, you flip a coin and you hope that somebody else works out with the team. LeBron James for tonight, 26 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. LeBron is one of the greatest basketball players of all time. We know this already. If you go ahead and look at Anthony Davis, tonight, this man, he sprained his ankle at the end of the game. He went up for a jump shot. Paul Millsap was defending him. He came down on Millsap's ankle, but still, Anthony Davis finishes with 34 points. He's the leading scorer in the playoffs. He has to be, after tonight, close to 30 points a game right now. Anthony Davis is a bad man, and guess who else stepped up? He got most of his numbers starting the game, but Dwight Howard, he finished with 12 points, 11 rebounds. He went 8-8 to start the game. You got 10 points from Kuzma, 11 points from Rondo. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has 13 points. And then in the case of Danny Green, I don't know where the hell Danny Green is at. If you know where Danny Green is, let us know. I don't know. I want to ask producer Stu. He's here with me as well. Stu, do you have any idea where Danny Green is? Right. Danny Green, he had more than disappointing. Danny Green finished tonight with 3 points. 1 of 6 from the field. Danny Green, 1 of 4 from downtown. I don't know where Danny Green is. The Los Angeles Lakers, they are riding the wave right now of their 2 superstars. The Denver Nuggets, Jamal Murray, 32 points, 0 for 3 from downtown, but 12 of 20 from the field. Nikola Jokic gives you 16 points. Michael Porter Jr., who doesn't play any defense, none, zero, zip, zilch, he gives you 13. And Monty Morris gives you 12 points. And this is over for the Nuggets. They ain't coming back from this. Is not another 3-1 situation. It's not going to happen. It's not. And I told you, Anthony Davis, it was looking pretty damn ugly for a minute. Anthony Davis sprained his ankle. He went down to the ground. He's clutching at that bad boy. He had to go ahead and try to lace his shoe up. Anthony Davis laced up his sneaker so he wouldn't have any problems with any type of swelling. And then he continued to play on. Anthony Davis, he ain't no quitter. Anthony Davis at this point in time, Anthony Davis, if the Lakers get there, I think they will. If they ultimately win a title, is anybody going to be surprised if Anthony Davis is the guy who ends up as a finals MVP? But let me not fast forward too much before Denver Nugget fans get mad at me, which they've already been. Okay? A matter of fact, right now, I want you to hear what Coach Frank Vogel had to say about Anthony Davis and his injury. I'm on CBS Sports Radio, people. I know this 3-1 lead, baby. I know it's a 3-1 lead. I'm going to fix it. All right? Y'all are seeing behind the scenes right now on YouTube. I'm live on CBS Sports Radio. Anthony Davis, I mean, shoot, you want to talk about Anthony Davis being terrific tonight? Anthony Davis, I mean, he's been the best player in the series. Anthony Davis has been consistently killing it in the playoffs. I mean, if you ignore the game that Anthony Davis had against the Portland Trailblazers, where myself and tons of other people were imploring him to be more aggressive. And LeBron James, he ain't listening to me. What does Anthony Davis care what I have to say? But LeBron James told him, go out there and get it. And who's stopping Anthony Davis? Nobody. Not a damn person. You just heard from Frank Vogel on his thoughts on Anthony Davis. Coach Malone, Mike Malone of the Nuggets, he has his own thoughts on the game tonight and what went wrong. Listen to what Mike Malone had to say about the game. Ooh. Coach Malone is angry. So what does this mean? He was angry, he's unhappy, a little dig at his own players, a little dig with the officials. So what happens next? What happens next? I'll tell you what happens next. I wouldn't be surprised if the Nuggets picked up a win. They have played every game close. They've had a lead. Okay? I mean, Anthony Davis had to save the Lakers' ass with a three-pointer one game. But I'm pretty much saying it, and I will say it again, and I will say it again and again and again. This is it for the Nuggets. I'm sorry. And it's not a matter of disrespect. It's a matter of reality. You don't go 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, and then decide to come back. It doesn't work that way. There comes a point in time where enough is enough. In the Lakers, I mean, look, the Nuggets have a lot of talent. The Nuggets have a lot of young talent. The Nuggets, I believe, will be busting heads for several years to come. But for right now, this is LeBron James series. This series belongs to Anthony Davis. Jamal Murray and Jokic have stepped up. They have showed us what they got. They've showed us that this is where they can go. The next step is for them to continue to move forward and then ultimately try and win a title. Because the combination of Murray and Jokic, oh yeah, they got a high probability of doing some damage. Just not this year. And Mike Malone, he can kind of, give a little bit of a dig at the officiating. He can give a dig to the referees. But the reality is, hey, tell your players to show up. I mean, it's funny that every now and then folks can make subtle references to the officials. People can make subtle references to the officiating. I told you earlier on in the show, we opened up my show here on CBS Sports Radio. We opened up things by talking about LeBron James and the lack of calls that he got. So it's pretty interesting now you hear the same thing from Mike Malone. Similar. As a matter of fact, here's a refresher. Listen to what Frank Vogel had to say about LeBron James and the fact that this guy isn't getting the calls that he deserves. Yeah, that's Frank Vogel basically saying, I'm going to tell you the truth, but I don't want to get fined. Don't take no damn money out of my pocket. And in the case of LeBron James, as I said to open up the show, this is true. This is true. LeBron James doesn't get the calls that he should because he's taken for granted. People are used to seeing LeBron James plow through other human beings with no problem on his way to the basket. This is what we've grown accustomed to from LeBron James. I gave a comparison to a Shaquille O'Neal. Was a foul called? Was Shaquille O'Neal always at the free throw line? Did Shaquille O'Neal go to the free throw line the amount of times that he should have? The answer is hell no. Why? Because he's bigger and stronger than everybody? And slapping Shaq doesn't look like it does anything. It's still a damn foul. And it's still the same case here with LeBron James. So I'm sorry. I don't want to hit the fast forward button, but I'm just being honest. The Nuggets are done. I don't know how many different other ways I can say this. I've been saying this for a week, and people want to call me here, and people want to tweet me at JRSportBrief, and people want to tell me, oh, JR, you're disrespecting the Nuggets and this. I don't care. Well, look, I'm just calling what I see. The damn team has been down 3-1 twice, and they've come back. That shows me that they got moxie. That shows me that they got heart. But it also shows me and lets me know that they ain't ready, that they're not. You got to be out of your damn mind right now if you still believe the Nuggets are going to come back from 3-1 again. It ain't happening. It really isn't. This is where we're at. I see the Los Angeles Lakers. I see the Miami Heat. It's just a matter of how much longer we got to wait till we get there. But in my opinion, the NBA Finals is set. We got the Los Angeles Lakers. We got the Denver Nuggets. I know the Nuggets are playing in Disney World. I know the Magic Kingdom is right around the corner from the wide world of sports. But I can tell you right now, that carpet ride, that wish, everything and whatever you wanted for the Nuggets is gone. If you're the Denver Nuggets, hey, be happy. Be thrilled you got a foundation to build on. Be happy that you have two young players who have now participated and been through the fire. Expect more now from Jamal Murray. Expect more from Nikola Jokic. Expect more from Michael Porter Jr. Maybe this guy can eventually play defense. Maybe his back is going to work. Maybe he can put on some weight and muscle. I mean, he's still young, Michael Porter Jr. is. I like the future of the Nuggets, but I'm being real with you. The future of the Nuggets, it's not right now. We're not there yet. Trust me. This is the Lakers' time. This is Anthony Davis's time. This is LeBron James' time. I want to open up the phone lines to you right now. 855-212-4CBS. That's 855-212-4CBS. Call me up right now. Are you still going to yell at me? Are you still angry? Do the Nuggets have a chance? Or do you agree with me that the magic carpet ride is over? Do you agree with me that there ain't no more Mickey Mouse magic left for the Denver Nuggets? It's a wrap. It's done. There ain't no more winning here. There ain't no more coming back for the Nuggets. Call me up. Let me know your thoughts. 855-212-4CBS. You're listening to the JR Sport Brief Show right here on CBS Sports Radio. Thanks, boss. Thank you. Listen, y'all. Y'all are getting the behind the scenes. Yo, shout outs to Brandon. Thank you to all of my longtime listeners and subscribers. We're going to get some more JR Sport Brief right here on YouTube. We about to get it super popping. Yeah, I'm doing my CBS Sports radio show right now. You can listen every single night. Just go to my IG, go to my Twitter. You'll get the link. And yes, I know the title is wrong. Let's see who tells me next that the title is wrong. Well, this is what happens when you multitask. This is what happens when you do multiple things. This is what happens when you are not only on the radio across the United States of America. This not only happens when you got a producer in your ear. Oh, thank you, Swish Dish. I appreciate you. Thank you for the 5, bro. Thank you, dog. I really appreciate that. Nah, come on, Brandon. I gotta holler at you the next time I'm in town, man. Hopefully it's safe to go outside, but I want to do this more often. I'm gonna get a little setup in here, and then while I'm doing my radio show here on CBS, let's get it rolling. I wish y'all could hear, some of my audio clips. I wish you could hear my producer, but during this time, I be working, pulling up my stats, pulling up my numbers. This is a rarity. I'm actually looking at my calls right now. Oh, thank you, Swish Dish. I'm looking at my calls right now. Y'all won't be able to hear it, but thank you, Frank. Big fan, but no hope for the Knicks. The Knicks are hot trash and garbage. The Knicks is trizash. I don't got no hope for the Knicks. I just am thankful for the jersey they have behind me. Look at my t-shirt. This is how I feel about the Knicks. I've broken up with the New York Knicks. They don't love me. I don't love them back. It's really that simple. Really that simple, people. 2 minutes remaining. Make sure you hit the alerts, people. Make sure you turn on alerts for JR Sport Brief. What's up, Frank T? Once that man KD went to the Nets, the Knicks became irrelevant. Oh, yeah, we know that. We know that. They're a good, well-rounded team, but not quite. Yeah, the refs ain't doing them any favors. Real brethren, who are you talking about? Who is you talking about? Who? Oh, the Nuggets? Everybody always wants to blame the referees. The referees are the easy people. Everybody got to deal with the same referees. We know the referees are going to be human. We know the referees are going to make mistakes. Sometimes the referees, yeah, can they cost you a game? Yes, and absolutely. But blame your damn self first. That's just the reality. Control what you can control so there are no other issues with anything that's going on around you. That's just the realities. All right, folks, listen. I'm getting ready to roll out of here. I'm going to do this more often, just all the time. Expect to see me here on YouTube more often. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn the alerts on. Thank you all for the love, as always. You can follow me, Twitter. You're already here. My IG is at JRSportBrief. You want to keep up with everything I'm doing. I'm getting ready to take these phone calls. Do y'all want, here, type me, should I stay on? Should I stay live? Y'all won't hear the phone calls, or should I hang up? Let me know what you think. Y'all will hear me talk, but you won't be able to hear the phone calls. Let me know if I should stay or if I should go. And of course, nobody types me, do it live. All right, Shannon Washington. Stay? All right. Okay. I'm gonna stay live right here, y'all. Perfect. Thank you. Y'all got the behind the scenes. You can always listen. CBSSportsRadio.com. That's right. You're listening to the JR Sport Brief Show here on CBS Sports Radio. That audio, courtesy of Lakers Radio. Ultimately, the Los Angeles Lakers, they knock off the Denver Nuggets 114-108. They take a 3-1 series lead. And I've had to spend a whole lot of time over the past week letting folks know that the Nuggets, they ain't so much magic. Just because you're in Disney, just because you're in Orlando, it doesn't mean that you're just going to get a wish. It doesn't mean that Mickey Mouse is going to come through with that wand and grant you an opportunity to just go on to the NBA Finals. The storybook is over. My apologies. Let's see if people have changed their minds. Okay? It's real simple. The phone number, if you want to call me right now, 855-212-4CBS. That's 855-212-4CBS. The Los Angeles Lakers are up 3-1 on the Denver Nuggets. Are you prepared, if you're a Nuggets fan, to realize that this is over? Are you prepared to say that this is done? Or do you think, once again, do you wholeheartedly believe, in all honesty, that the Nuggets are going to come back again from being down 3-1? It ain't happening. I want to remind you our phone line, 855-212-4CBS. It's sponsored by Geico. And right now, Geico's offering an extra 15% credit on car, motorcycle, and RV policies. That's on top of what Geico could already save you. So what are you waiting for? Go to geico.com to learn more. Let's go ahead and hit these phones up. Let's go to Tucson, Arizona. Let's talk to Garrett. Garrett, you're on CBS Sports Radio. You're on the JR Sport Brief show. Go on, Garrett. Okay. Oh, Garrett. Well, understand this, Gary. You're still an amazing guy anyway. We still like you. Go ahead. Anthony. Well, yeah. Well, you think about some of the players who went to New Orleans for Anthony Davis. I mean, the one guy who stayed was Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma is the third option that you want to step up. I mean, he put up a lot of points for a Lakers team that didn't win a whole lot of nothing. But you think about Brandon Ingram, he just won Most Improved Player. Brandon Ingram is an NBA All Star. And then you look at Lonzo Ball, who a lot of people right now, we don't know what the hell he is. Lonzo Ball looked like he was on his way to having a solid season. And then Lonzo Ball got into the bubble. And as soon as he got in, it looked like he was ready to get the hell up on out of there. And so, yes, the Lakers don't necessarily have the same type of depth. But let's be real. The Lakers weren't going to win anything with Brandon Ingram and Julius Randle, who ended up signing with the New York Knicks. They weren't going to do anything. Lonzo Ball. So you please. Oh, absolutely. I thought well, I'm not going to say that, but I thought from the beginning of the season, preseason, before we saw anything, I liked the Los Angeles Lakers to go out and win the title. I think it was going to be between them and the Clippers. And we see exactly where the Clippers are at right now. I'm going all the way, and I'm going to say I got the Lakers. And I think the Lakers and the Miami Heat, that's going to be a hell of a matchup. Ain't no doubt about that. Let's keep things rolling. Let's go to Colorado, 855-212-4CBS. That's 855-212-4CBS. Bud, he's calling up from Colorado. Bud, you're on CBS Sports Radio. Okay, Bud. So you told me how you feel. You've expressed how you feel tonight. Now, Bud, let's come to reality for a moment here. All right, you ready, Bud? We're not talking about a letter. Let's talk about. You can say that. I'm not going to disagree with you at all. But if you want to go ahead and defend your team, well, tell your team to stop going. Why are they going down 3-1 2 series ago? Why are they going down 3-1 last series? Why can't they finish out this series? Is it just because of tonight? Oh, but you're talking about tonight? But I'm talking about the whole damn series. They still won? Sure. Okay, so answer me this question, Bud. Bud, Bud, Well, but let's think about the entire series and every single thing that has gone on in this series. Are you going to tell me, and I'm not just talking about tonight, so please don't tell me about tonight. Tell me about the whole series in its totality. For LeBron James to only get to a free throw line 5 times. Tell me about everything. Are you telling me that the referees have given this whole series away to the Los Angeles Lakers? The whole series. No, 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 Bud. No, hey, Bud, that's not answering me. I'm not asking you about the quote unquote NBA. I'm asking you about the referees. It's a yes or no answer. Are you telling me that the referees have given this series to the Los Angeles Lakers? Okay, Bud. Well, yeah, we're talking about tonight's game, but the way that you're coming on and you're complaining about the officiating tonight, it's like you're saying that, oh, well, the Nuggets are catching a raw deal here. And this is what I said about referees. And thank you, Bud, for calling from Colorado. This is what I always say about referees all the damn time. Referees are going to be human. I'm sorry. And I have a different perspective. I know folks in the NBA. Listen, do you have a preference as to who you want